Hi, this is Sheryl. This is Clientele. This is Facebook. And I've got a fabulous guest with me. I am so excited about her. I know I say that every week, but I am because this woman is fascinating. I had no idea how incredible she was until I spoke with her, read about her, and now you're going to meet her. NICOLE Shelley. Could you say hi to our clientele audience?
Hello, everyone, and welcome. It is so great to be here. Sheryl, I could not ever encapsulate into words what an honor it is to just be here with you today, sharing and welcoming our beautiful guests and just having the best chat ever. So I'm so excited, just as excited as you are, even more.
Thank you. Thank you so much. There's so much to talk about with you. We could have a 10-hour show and not be done. So I'm just going to ask you, tell us all about, first of all, your childhood. We can't get into that too hot and heavy, but that starts the ball rolling with where you landed now. And when we were talking, you told me that you are a preacher's kid, right?
That is correct. That
Okay.
is correct. Would you like me to expound on that now? You want me to tell you a little bit
I
about that?
I would love that. And where you were born, and we're going to evolve all the way up to now. So go for it.
Awesome. Well, I mean, I have to tell you, I feel so immensely blessed because I had such a wonderful childhood. My parents had their own television ministry, but they were also entrepreneurs. So they had electronic stores. My mom was in banking and then she went into real estate. And I mean, it was just a wild ride having two amazing parents who were so creative, but yet so spiritual, so benevolent, so invested in their family life, but also in their professional growth. So I think I would like to say, at least, that I inherited a lot of that. And I was born actually on the island of St. Lucia. So it was a very intimate space. It was a space where the distractions of life were not so present as if you were to grow up, let's say, in a huge city. So it was a little easier, I would say. Nothing's really easy in terms of raising a family, but easier for my parents on the island to be able to garner a network of family and friends to support their endeavors. And them being the people that they were, so loving and so benevolent and so community oriented, they were a gift that kept on giving and the community kept giving back to them. And me witnessing that growing up was just very exciting. I'm sure you read that I went to school in Denmark and I went to school in Paris as well. And again, it's because of the mentality of my parents. So, it is them who I have to thank and their relationship with God who I have to thank very profoundly for creating three amazing children who continue to invest in themselves and in others on a daily basis. So I feel so blessed every day that I just want to give more.
Well, that's what I found out about you as we met. You are so philanthropic. You have done so much fundraising with your husband. And it just absolutely blows me away, everything that you've accomplished. So the combination of God and your parents that created this amazing woman who really has just spurned an incredible education and career. Can you tell us? I read something that just astounded me also. You speak 7 languages. Is that right?
That is correct. I mean, I love language, culture, people, but seriously, communication is one of my passions. So anything that has to do with written, verbal communication and how it ties into etymology and semantics and lexicology. And I mean, I love it. I always tell people I used to read the dictionary as a child growing up. That was one of my pastimes. I absolutely love the power of words and what they can do to transform and what they mean, because out of the heart and the mind, the mouth speaketh. So words are a true inclination of a person's heart and mind. So I just love, I can talk about, language forever. So yes, I do speak 7 languages because I also found that it's not just about words, but the ability to communicate with someone in their mother tongue helps you get to know that individual on a more authentic level. Because I find too, when someone is bilingual, let's say someone who speaks Spanish and English, for example, when I speak to them in English, they speak slower, they're more guarded with their words, they're translating in their head, they're thinking about what to say, and you're getting a different type of individual. But that same individual, when they speak to you in their mother tongue, they're speaking faster, they're saying more, they're contributing more to the conversation. They're telling you things that they would not have said if they had to try to translate it into another language. So for me, because I love people, language, culture, traveling, all that good stuff, anthropology, and all that, the best way to connect with languages and people and culture and to get that authentic experience is to reach everyone at the mother tongue if I could.
You've done something just absolutely beyond amazing with learning 7 languages and so brilliant. Now, this is a woman, we advertised your interview as top tips from a model, but my gosh, what the additional things that you do in addition to being a model and running a very successful modeling and event agency is shocking. You were magna cum laude, of University of Florida, is that correct?
That magna cum laude from FIU.
Oh, from FIU.
Florida International University.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I apologize. So Nicole, with all of these different lives that you've led within your life, all these different things that you do, how did it lead you to opening up a successful modeling and event planning agency? Can you tell us a little about that?
You know what, Sheryl, it's so funny. I mean, you and I, how connected we are, that we communicate telepathically. And it's funny that you talk about all these different lives, because sometimes I wake up and I think, I feel like my life in Denmark was one person, my life in France was another person, St. Lucia was another. And you're so right. Just experiencing all these cultures and traveling, it really is like different lives compiled into one. And the experience of connecting on such a global level with so many different people, the experience of having such wonderful, amazing, invested parents, so philanthropic as they were, I thought to myself, well, here it is. I have parents who own businesses and they're philanthropic. How do I too create a legacy that encapsulates or that fuses creativity, aesthetics, but philanthropy? So we opened the model agency because I was a model myself. And I thought to myself, it's so much easier to represent models, at least it was for me, than to be the talent myself. I could make more of a difference from more people because I'm one person versus representing hundreds of people or thousands of people. So I thought, how do I do that and still remain philanthropic? And so I said, let's start by working with not-for-profits, providing models, beautiful people who are, according to our first slogan, not just a pretty face. So they have more to offer. They have good personalities, they have careers outside of modeling, et cetera, et cetera. So I said, well, let's have the agency start that way. Let's use our talent and our beauty to help raise funds for the less fortunate. And that's how we started. And from that, as you know, you give and you receive. So I wasn't thinking about receiving because, the feeling of giving is so great that you're not thinking about anything else. But as the law of energy and the universe works, uh, clients just started asking us for all kinds of different services. And over time, we found our niche to be the luxury markets, because we love working with high net worth individuals with a penchant for innovation and having a vision for future growth in all kinds of industries. So we started to curate substantive events with amazing, very adept guest speakers. And, we would find special gifts to give to our guests, and just all kinds of different ways to make their life experience more meaningful by giving them an edifying experience. So it's not just event planning, it's curating. Like, you wouldn't call us if you just wanted beautiful flowers and a nice venue. No, we are way more than that. We are all about growth and development, whether you're booking talent from us, whether we're training and developing talent, which we do a lot, or we're curating an experience. It's not just an event. It's not just flowers, not to denigrate the importance of flowers and decor. All of that is very important. But we think first about getting the right people in the right room, and giving them an experience that is positively indelible and growth oriented for all parties concerned. So if we're working with our clients from the Bal Harbour shops, it could be Gucci, it could be whomever, Saks Fifth Avenue. We find whatever their products or service is. It could be even a wealth management firm, Morgan Stanley, a law firm, Schutz and Bowen. We find a way to make the experience substantive and beneficial and growth oriented. So it's never a waste of time for our clients, for their clients, for our guests, for our guest speaker, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just a beautiful creative process. And we're always thinking about the recipient of the products and services that we provide, so that we are always enhancing their life. So that's the long story to explain how I came from, growing up a little bit on a little island, then moving to Denmark and to Paris and to Miami, and then forming this business. I will mention one other thing, again, back to my parents, because they had the chain of electronic stores. They used to come to Miami to wholesale shop for their stores. Every single month they were in Miami. And so I came here when I was 13 years old. I fell in love with it. And voila, I ended up going to school here after Denmark and Paris and even Barbados. I don't think you read that, but I lived in Barbados when I was a flight attendant in my other life.
Yeah, well, it is one life, and that's what we've got. But you've just lived several within that one, as you said. So this is another thing that is so highly impressive, because this is not your typical modeling agency, and there is no typical modeling agency, but it's not what we're used to. And as you said, you do so much philanthropic work, and you worked with nonprofits, and you really put on something that is memorable for forever. I love the fact that you do that, and you go way above and beyond the call of duty with what people expect.
And so, in that vein, Sheryl, not to interject, but wellness is very important to us. And as we've just completed 20 years, and we're about to come to hopefully embark on a journey for another 20 years, we are, as we like to say, and this is where you and I have great synergy, a wellness first company, because we want you to be well. I talked earlier about growth, being growth oriented. We want you to be well, mind, body, and soul, growing every day, not just in mind, body, and soul, but also in your finances. So everything from how you look, how you take care of your body, your skin, what you put on your body, what you feed into your mind, what kind of legacy you're leaving, and what investments you're making every day towards leaving that legacy, and how you manage your money, your finances, your wealth. And even if you don't have wealth, how do you manage what you do have? So we are first a wellness company. And so this speaks to what you were saying, as we're not just a model agency, we're not just event management. We are really a management firm, wellness first, and then we can train and develop talent. Then we can book talent. Then we can curate substantive events. If everybody's well, it can all happen successfully. If there is no wellness first, it doesn't happen. And that's why I'm so excited about clientele, because you are exactly that. You are wellness first from the inside out and outside in.
Well, it does. It correlates beautifully. And thank you for saying that, because the founder of our company, Patricia Riley, who you know very well, coined the phrase beauty inside and out a long time ago in 1982. So I'm so glad that we're connecting in this way. We're going to talk all about clientele. One of the first things that I want to ask for the audience, how do they get in touch with you? If they want an event, if they want to find out what you're talking about and how it can benefit them, how do they get in touch with you? What are all the ways?
Well, they can call our office number. We have a main line, which is 305-375-0323. They can visit us on Instagram at NICOLE SHELLEY Inc. Our website is currently being rebranded and reconstructed. I'm so excited about that. So it's NicoleShelleyModels.com. But certainly you can go and visit our landing page. It will lead you to our LinkedIn, our YouTube, our Twitter, our Instagram.
So we just started you on some of the clientele products that you didn't even know about, because you've been familiar with clientele for quite a while. I would love to know, what are some of the favorite things? You don't have to know them by name. You could just say my cleanser, whatever it is. I don't expect you to memorize it, but what are some of your absolute favorites that you're using right now? And what have you seen your skin do? And also you're taking some of the vitamins. So I want to cover all of that.
I started with the Lotus wash, the facial wash, and the scrub, the sponge that came along with it. And again, that told me right about the detail that you give to your customer, because you could have just sent me the Lotus wash and no sponge. The sponge makes a difference for exfoliating and really removing that dead skin, because it's so important to clean first and have a clear palette on which to put all this other stuff that we're putting. So that I really loved. And then I love the fact that after that, you weren't just, the usual, like, a lot of companies might have like a toner. No, you had like a serum, and then there was another one on top of it as well. And I just thought to myself, they really have a routine that is like designated for you to achieve a complete environment, facial environment, for want of another word, to make you feel and look your best. This is really for someone who wants to take care. So I really love that. I use the neck products a little bit, not so much, because I don't really have neck issues. I mean, I'm sure this is more of a prevention than a cure situation. So I don't really pay too much attention to my neck, although I should. But for me, I was most excited about the sponge, the wash, the serum, and then the other products on top of that. Obviously, the eye cream. I just felt like my face was brighter, cleaner, like really clean, deep clean, the kind of clean that I would get from a facial, for example. And yeah, I mean, I can tell you now, I look forward to going to wash my face and take care of it with clientele.
Everyone says that.
I look forward. I'm like, I can't wait to like spend time with myself on these products, because I feel like I'm doing such a great service. Something else I forgot, and that is the pads. Those pads are amazing, because right after, it's like an exfoliating pad. Love it, because I feel like it leaves this, not only does it like do the double job after you use the sponge, but it leaves like this little residue that I feel like the ingredients just keep working on my skin. So I'm just glowing all day, but in a good way. So I just love it. I really, really love it. I hope I'm not forgetting. Oh, also the supplements. I love that you added that, just because, again, beauty is not just about what you put topically, but about how do you feed the inside. So I love that you even had an immune defense product there as well. So you really are thinking about the wellness of the individual entirely. And for me, that is highly commendable.
We were the first ones, Nicole, in 1979 to ever mutter the words antioxidants, the first to be cruelty-free. I was in the stores at the time, the Nordstroms, the Neiman Marcus's, the I. Magnums, the Saks Fifth Avenues, and everybody else was talking about lipstick and perfume and foundation. And I was talking about how to youthify and work on fighting the free radicals. And in 1982, Pat came out with, in Clientele, our daily nutrient supplements, which are what you're talking about. Just a very balanced formula so that your body gets what it needs when it needs it. It's combined proprietarily. Nobody else can combine it this way. And you're not doing separates where, oh no, I need to take a D3, a magnesium, I need to take a zinc, I need to take a B12 complex, and then you're loaded up with all these bottles. Everything is done so that every unit of vitamins, every milligram of minerals, and every microgram of trace minerals enhance the other, and nothing is canceling each other out. So you will feel the results of that. And what Nicole is talking about, she's exfoliating all of the aged dead cells with her cleanser. This has, I don't know if you know this, alpha and beta hydroxy acids, your Lotus Renewal Wash. So you're doing a microscopic peel, not only with the wash, but with its partner, as you said, the double action exfoliating sponge. The pads are something I also use every day right along with you. So we're doing both of those together. And this is your alpha and beta hydroxy acids as well, and salicylic in case there are any breakouts of any kind. You will start your way to healing. Now, you talked about the fact that your neck, that you don't have so many concerns because you're still a young woman. But you want to start out, and this is what I want you to teach your models too. Start out young so that when you get to be my age at 64 years old, you don't go, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done something for my neck when I was 40.
Yeah.
I started out at 24. So I can
And
say,
you look like you're still 24.
oh, that's only because you like me.
we look like we're the same age if you don't look younger than I do. I mean, it's incredible your dedication to Clientele and what those products do. I mean, I'm blown away by the thought process. And again, not to interject, but when you mentioned 1982, that's long before anyone was even thinking about all of that. Like you said, everybody was thinking topical, how to look good on the outside. But what about taking care of your skin so you don't always have to be addicted to makeup? That there are days that you can actually go out and glow regardless because you've really done the foundational work. So that's what I love about Clientele so much, that you've been thinking about this long before many others have.
Thank you. Exactly. And I always wanted to be one of those girls that got up in the morning, her face looked great. Maybe her hair was a mess. And I always say this, but you could sort of flip your hair back and put your lip gloss on after you've done your cleansing, and your skin looks so fabulous, which is what you're saying, that you don't need to wear makeup. Exactly. You don't need to have that protection because you already have the protection of what you're doing, and you're not interjecting because this interview is about you and about how you feel about everything. So I want you to talk. I want you, everybody, please to like and follow, because if you do, you get some phenomenal things when you call us at 800-327-4660. We'll put in all different kinds of things, maybe some of the products that Nicole and I are talking about today. We'll put in all kinds of gifts and samples and all kinds of fun things. And the Lotus Serum. Now, I don't know if you know this, this actually increased firmness when you did this the first time in the first 10 minutes by 55%.
Yes, I noticed. Because my
Take it
face
all.
gets puffy. My face totally gets puffy because I have a weakness, and that's sugar. So I love, some sweetness, from time to time. And you see it, like you said, what's going on in here shows up here. So I can't hide. When I've had too much salt or too much sugar, it's here. But then this serum, I just massage, and then minutes later, my face was firmer. So that was good. I like that a lot.
Thank you, because it's the most intense concentration of the Lotus that we have. We've got the Lotus in mostly every part of our line. It's the seed again, not the flower, just so you know. Take it down to your neck. Don't forget that neck. Don't forget your décolleté. And this is what I would love you to tell your models as well, those of whom we're going to introduce clientele to. So you're doing everything on the back of your neck, the front of your neck, your décolleté. And guys, even for you, you don't have a décolleté, but you have a chest and it lines too. So we want everybody to be doing this. What did you think about your facial mask?
Oh, I love it. I love that cooling feeling. I love how potent it is. I love the fact that you mix it a little bit yourself. You keep the rest refrigerated. It was a different experience. I really felt the potency of the ingredients working.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love it. I am, like I said, I am thrilled. The downside is that, like, for example, the mask, I would love to use it like every day because I just love the whole routine of using all of your products. So I have to wait, once a week, or as it says, every other day if you're blemish prone skin. So I don't have blemish prone skin, but I'm like, let's see, maybe I'll use it anyway every other day.
You can actually use it twice a week. It'll be perfect to use twice a week. And what you're doing is you're getting rid of, on a higher level, even more dead skin, cleaning the pores, stimulating the blood and oxygen, lifting up that face. Your face is spectacular before we even gave you any clientele. And the reason for that is not only are you a beauty outside, Nicole, you are so loving and generous and warm and, as I said, philanthropic. And it's all about other people. It's not about you. And that's why you are beautiful, because everything just shines through you from your insides. And we're just here to enhance all of that.
Well, Sheryl, oh my goodness, I could not have described you any better, because you thought you were describing me, but, and thank you for that. I'm so humbled by your synopsis, your description, your feeling, but it's so mutual times a billion. Like you and this entire company clientele are just, I have no words. Really exceptional in every way, shape, and form. You are a pillar of beauty in the most gargantuan way, inside and out, constantly giving. That's why we're here, and that's why we connect so telepathically, because we are of the exact same strain, that lotus seed.
That
and
lotus
we're
seed
planting
connection.
Pardon?
I said the lotus seed connection.
The lotus seed connection. And I couldn't speak enough about just how remarkable and amazing you are as a soul, a timeless being that will be here forever. That's the beauty of wellness and being great and constantly feeding yourself to be able to feed others. It's that never passes on. When someone has been so invested in themselves and in others, their flesh may move on, but their spirit stays forever. And I think that's what clientele will do as well. You're helping people feel and look and be better. Nicole Shelley Models, Nicole Shelley Inc. We're helping people feel and look and be better as well. And it's a gift that keeps on giving. Long after you and I are gone, the lives that we've touched will remain forever and ever and ever. And that's
That,
what's so great about what you and I do.
that's right. And thank you. That's such a kind thing to say, I have to tell you. But that is what we are, both of us. And of course, the founder of Clientele, she started this whole ball rolling here. That's what we're all about. It's not just about selling something. We can't say that we don't want to sell you something. That's what we're here to do, obviously. But we want to care for you. We are women, we are men, we are encouragers of each other. We are here to lift each other up. So this is what it's all about. It's not just, hey, maybe, buy this product. It's fabulous. It's not about that. It's about we're here to care for you and give you what you desire and work with you so we can personalize it. So I thank you for saying that, because that's what you do as well. That's why there is such a connection of the heart here. So I want to thank you so much. And I don't know if you started your vital factors yet. Did you start them?
I haven't, but I'm so excited. You have no
Okay.
idea. And I want to mention something too. And the minute I get it, you'll know because I'll send you jumping jacks in an emoji.
Thank you.
But I want to say something about Pat because I haven't really talked too much about her. And for those of you who don't know the founder, Patricia Riley of Clientele, I mean, Pat is really a force to be reckoned with. She's such a powerhouse, but yet still so humble. And this company wouldn't be if it weren't for her and her vision and her tenacity and her commitment to your wellness. Pat and I have been friends for a very, very long time. Not speaking every week or every month, but we are both doing amazing things in our corners of the globe. And whenever we need to collaborate and share, to build and to share, and to build and to share, we do that. And it happens so organically because she's so genuine about everything she does, including the products that she makes and why she makes them for you. She doesn't know every single one of you, but she does it like your family. And so that I want to mention that about her. And then of course, I'm sure that's how she became attracted to you, Sheryl, and how the universe brought you together because again, you're of the same ilk.
Well, first of all, thank you for that. She's going to love that you said that. And that is so true. And we've known each other for 40 years. That's how long, a little over 40 years, that Clientele was introduced to this world. So I just want to thank you so much for just you. I just love you. I just love you from everything in me.
Oh
So
my
I thank you, everyone. And Nicole, could you please tell us again, and before we close out, tell us please how to get in touch with you one more time so that everybody knows and you can plan something amazing with Nicole beyond your wildest expectations. Could you tell us?
Wonderful. It's my pleasure. And God, I just love and adore you and everything you and Pat do for the universe, for everyone.
Thank
So
you.
just please, continue doing it. And I will always support whatever you do. And as far as myself and our team at Nicole Shelley Models, please feel free to get in touch with us. Our website, like I said, is under reconstruction, but we do have a landing page up. We didn't forget you. So it's NicoleShelleyModels.com. And you can find us on Instagram, Nicole Shelley Inc. And of course, we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook, we have Twitter. But when you go to our website, you'll be able to be directed to these. And our phone number is 305-375-0323. I look forward to hearing from any of you with whatever questions or needs you may have.
That's phenomenal. Now, don't forget, everybody, to also call us 800-327-4660 Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we will help you personalize, just like we did for Nicole, and we'll do your cleanse and exfoliate, your nourish, your protect, your replenish. We will do all 5 steps because that's Clientele's philosophy. As Nicole said, it's a complete program to get you well from the inside out. And we're going to talk about your supplements, what you're doing. So we're going to ask you a lot of questions. We're going to grill you a little bit and ask you a lot of questions to find out all about you so that we can take care of you from the inside out. So we can't wait to see you again, Nicole. Thank you so much for being one of the best, most wonderful, incredible guests. I am so blessed to have known you. And I'm not going to say to have known you because we're going to still know each other. So blessed to know you. And we are going to announce, by the way, a winner because we do this every week from last week. So somebody that liked and shared all of the great interview that we did the past week, we're announcing them as a winner. And we picked, this is almost your name, Shelly.
All right. Love it. Synergy, the universe.
Exactly. We picked Shelly and her last name is Partridge. Shelly Partridge, you are the winner of $150 worth of Clientele. Some of the things that prayerfully Nicole and I have been talking about. So please call us. Next week is another great guest. We're going to learn all about her next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Clientele Facebook, 8 p.m. Central Standard, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard. Her name is Shauna Grow. Don't forget to watch. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for liking and sharing. Nicole, can you take us out with a goodbye?
Oh, my goodness. You know, what an honor it was to be here today, Sheryl. Pat, if you're watching, thank you so much for being you. Continue to just be great and amazing and spectacular at everything you do. Sheryl, you are just, if I were to say the hostess with the mostest, that would be an understatement of the century. You are larger than life, and yet still so humble and so authentic. And so you are an experience to be had. And I just love every single thing about you. You are such a blessing to the universe. I think anyone watching tonight should be feeling good now. The only way to feel better is if you get Clientele products in your home. You know, other than that, you are a good time. You are a feel good panacea, you know, like I try to be. You are that. So thank you for just welcoming me today. Audience, thank you for tuning in and sharing your time with us. I'm always cognizant of the fact that we have choices, and you chose to be here with us, with Nicole Shelley Models, with Clientele, and we're just honored. So be well, stay well, invest in yourself and in others. And if Sheryl and I can do anything to forward that agenda, we will. So thank you, everyone. Many blessings.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.